Hello and welcome to the NAB AFL Draft Combine Wrap. My name's Riley Beveridge, this is Cal Twomey. It's day one of the Draft Combine for 2018. And Cal, what's going on today?
Not too much, Riley. It's good to be back at Marvel Stadium as we know it now. The floor behind us is being put together. That'll get some more use over the next coming days. But today, the players started to roll in from around the country. Obviously, guys from South Australia, West Australia, Tasmania, the northern states as well. All here at Marvel Stadium for the testing in the next few days. They got their new kits. They're all in the new hoodies and everything like that today.
Important.
That's very important. They went down and did some medical checkovers. They also did some psychomotor testing. So that's the old reaction testing to see who can hit the little dot quickest. So that'll happen in the next couple of hours as well as the players come and sort of just introduce themselves to everyone around the stuff. The next 3 days is when stuff really kicks into gear though. So just an introductory day today, but certainly good to see everyone here and in good shape.
A few list managers have been filtering in throughout the morning. Who have you seen?
Yeah, we caught up earlier with Swans list manager Kinnear Beatson. Plenty on the Swans plate this trade period and in the draft upcoming as well.
It's a really important week, Cal, in terms of wrapping things up in the recruiting space for the year. It's the final chance we get to sort of meet the young players again. The interviews are really important. In most cases, it's the second or third time that we've met them, so we're able to drill down a bit deeper into specifics. The testing that they do is still really important, and of course tomorrow, Wednesday, is when they do their medicals, and that's a really, really crucial day. It's probably the most important part of it, to be honest.
Nick Blakey can join the club as an academy pickup this year. Tell us about his season.
Yeah, look, it's been a frustrating year for Nick through injury. He started the year really well with the Academy series at the start of the year, playing with the Swans, and of course he travelled with the AFL Academy over to America at the start, then came back and was playing some reasonable footy with the Allies in the under-18 championships and developed some stress reaction in his ankle, which has been really frustrating, so we've had to sort of pull back there just to make sure that he's recovered from that. And of course at the end of last year he had that back stress fracture, which is all signs of a young player developing, especially when they're as tall and light as what Nick is.
Where do you expect a bid to come from him? Have you committed to taking him?
We'll certainly look favourably to taking Nick. Realistically, I think that the bids are going to come somewhere from, at the moment our first round pick is 12, whether that slides back to 13 with Lynch now declaring that he wants to go to Richmond, you would imagine that. I think the bid will come somewhere from 4 or 5 through to our pick, I would imagine, but that's not up to us to determine.
So that was Kinnear Beatson there talking about Academy prospect Nick Blakey. Cal, where do you see him going in the draft?
Yeah, Kinnear said he'd be in that sort of 4 to 5 to 12 range. I think that's pretty respectful and pretty right about where the bid does come for him, because as Kinnear said, he has missed some footy this year through injury. Over the past couple of seasons, we haven't seen that much of him, but when he's out there, he's certainly one of the best players out there. He's in my Super 7. I think he's one of that crew. So when he's out there, he's got the ability to go forward in the midfield. We saw him play a great game here for the Allies here at Marvel Stadium as well. So, look, a really top talent and someone who the Swans are going to get some real benefits from out of their academy again. Obviously got Cal Mills and Isaac Heaney in recent years too.
So from one potential top 10 pick to another couple in the King twins, they spoke earlier today about the potential of being paired together at AFL level.
Yeah, it is hard not to kind of think about who has which picks, but yeah, we're just trying to focus on what we're doing at the moment and see what happens. I think I've started to get my head around it a little bit more, but I would rather stay in Melbourne with my family, but yeah, I'll go anywhere where I can play football. So yeah, I definitely think there is room for both of us in the same forward line. I think at Haileybury last year we had both of us and it was good fun. So yeah,
yeah, I'm a Saints supporter, so it would be great for me to end up there, but it's hard to tell at this stage. So we'll see what happens. I guess that's every boy's childhood dream, to end up at the club you barrack for. So I've definitely thought about it, but I think it's up to them from now.
Now, Cal, there's going to be a couple of teams that have dual top 10 selections. Fremantle might be one if they get a Lachie Neale trade. Yep. Gold Coast is another. Do you think there's the potential for them to be paired together at the same club?
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, speaking to the boys there and throughout the season, certainly they're very close. They're that close they hate playing on each other at training. They won't even do it. So, look, they'd love to go and travel together and go to different the same club interstate. Well, wait and see if that happens. Gold Coast could have 2 and 3. They'll have to think about it there. Fremantle will have a couple of picks as well, likely, if they do the Lachie Neale trade, what they do there, whether they consider bringing in 2 talks in real talents like the Kings. So, look, they're really talented prospects, and you'd have to think they're going somewhere inside that top 8 or so picks.
Another highly rated talent is Sam Walsh. He also spoke earlier today about the potential of going pick one.
I'd love to go number one, but I'd love to be picked anywhere as well. So obviously there's still a lot to go on, and I'm just looking to hopefully go well at the combine and then just see what happens from there.
Carlton came down for a chat recently.
Yeah, so Carlton came down with Michael Jordan and Dale, so that was good to meet with them, and they presented really well, and a few Cubs have come down recently as well.
So Sam Walsh there, he'd have to be in Carlton's sights with pick one. Cal, who else will the Blues be considering?
I'd be considering Sam Walsh and only Sam Walsh, but I'm sure there's a couple of others who they're looking at really closely. Zach Rankin's got the talent to be the best player in the draft. Jack Lukosius is a key forward who's done some great things at senior level in the sample. Maybe it is even Max King, who they've had their sights on for a long time too. So, look, those are all the names, but I'd be saying Sam Walsh is the safest, the most obvious pick at number one, and just take the boy.
It all ramps up tomorrow on day 2, Cal. Can you take us through what's going to be happening?
Yeah, the clubs will be interviewing the players throughout the whole day, so that's a big day of chatting for most of the guys. And then at night, we'll first see them whack on the boots and get out here on the Marvel Stadium surface and do the goal kicking test and the kicking test. So that'll be tomorrow night. Full results on afl.com.au before anyone else. So here's the place to get them.
Yep, and you can join us tomorrow night as well as we wrap up day 2 of the NAB AFL Draft Combine.